Chester may be unpredictable, but with the right timing and game sense, he becomes one of the most explosive brawlers in the game. So today, we're going to show you how to play him the right way. Chester is a high burst damage brawler with a unique attack cycle and a randomized super system. He also has decent health and has good movement speed. Chester's main attack fires a sequence of bells. First he shoots 1, then 2, then 3, then 4 projectiles. After 4, the cycle resets back to 1. Because of this, you need to constantly track where you are in the cycle. His 3 and 4 bell shots deal the most damage, so if you're up against assassins like Mortis or Edgar, going in with a 3-4-1 attack cycle can instantly delete them. And if you're facing tanks, a 2-3-4 sequence gives the highest consistent damage up close. At the start of the match, consider firing your first shot right away. This gets you to the stronger attacks earlier. Another small but important tip, Chester's 4-bell attack can finish off any brawler under 5,000 HP on its own. Don't waste your super if you don't have to.
Chester's super is one of 5 random abilities. Chester charges his super in 7 hits, and each time you charge a super, you get one of them at random. So part of playing Chester well is learning how to use what you're given. His first super is called Candy Popper. This is Chester's best super. It explodes on contact, dealing 3,760 damage, knocks enemies back, and breaks walls. If you've hit your enemy with a 1-2 cycle, Candy Popper will usually finish the job. It's also great for pushing enemies away in Brawl Ball to score. Second, we have Jawbreaker. This super stuns enemies briefly on hit. It's a slow-moving projectile, so at long range it's easy to miss, but up close it guarantees a stun that can lead into a kill. Use it to interrupt long animations like Fang's super or Buzz's stun, or to make plays in Brawl Ball by stunning defenders right before scoring. Next we have Salmiakki. Chester throws a cloud that poisons enemies, preventing healing and dealing 4,060 damage over 7 seconds. This is his second best super, great for zoning, area control, and slowing enemy pushes. Each tick gives you about 7% supercharge, so if you hit 3 basic attacks after it, you'll almost always get your next super. Use it on grouped enemies for max value. Pop Rocks. This drops rocks on the ground around him that damage and slow enemies. It's very situational and rarely impactful. Most of the time, it's better to replace it using spicy dice. Mint Heal. Chester heals 1,600 hit points per second for 3 seconds, for a total of 4,800 hit points. You can use this 2 ways. Pop it early before engaging to absorb damage, or use it when low HP to recover. Now let's go over Chester's gadgets. His first gadget, Spicy Dice, lets Chester re-roll his current super and get a new one at random. This is probably the better gadget, because if you get a super you don't need in the moment, you can simply re-roll it. His second gadget, Candy Beans, gives Chester a random buff for 5 seconds. The possible buffs include 25% extra damage, 32% speed boost, 75% faster reload, or gradual healing for 6% HP per second. While this sounds strong on paper, it's very situational. You can use it before jumping into fights to try to tip the matchup in your favor, especially in 1 versus 1 situations, but it's inconsistent and often overshadowed by Spicy Dice. Now for Chester's star powers. His first star power, Single Bellomania, increases the damage of his single bell attack by 50%, and also turns the bell golden. It may not seem like a big boost, but since you'll sometimes have to use the single bell attack, this makes it much more effective. His second star power, Sneak Peek, shows which super Chester will get while it's charging. It helps you plan your next move a little earlier, but it's just not worth giving up the star power slot, and Single Bellomania is better in almost any scenario. Chester's Hypercharge combines 3 of his 5 supers. Here's what happens. Candy Popper loses the knockback. His Poison Cloud is added, dealing damage in all directions. Pop Rocks also gets added, staying on the ground for 4 seconds. Just the raw damage this thing does makes it insanely good, and it's really easy to get team wipes in modes like Hot Zone with it. Now let's talk about Chester's best gears. Damage gear is by far the most important. Speed gear is his second best option. Vision gear can work well when paired with speed gear on bush-heavy maps. Chester works best in Brawl Ball, Gem Grab, and Hot Zone. These modes let him take control of key areas with his supers. Chester is strong into assassins like Mortis, Kit, and Edgar. He can also handle some tanks thanks to his damage output. However, he struggles against long-range sharpshooters like Piper, Bell, or Byron. If they stay out of your range, it's hard to charge your super or land good damage. And that's your complete Chester guide. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing. It really helps the channel out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.